Hello and welcome everyone. How's everybody doing? Today's conversation on Business Synergy and Spotlight series is going to be really exciting because we have with us Denny Chong, our founder and CEO of Link Capital Private Limited. Welcome, Denny.
Good morning, everyone.
Good.
Nice to be here, Dr. Aziza. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And for those of you watching in, welcome. And this is our business series, as you know, is part of our business synergy and growth movement. We started this early this year and we have been going on a roll, not just with our business synergy spotlight session, we also have our power break series. If you are watching this live or recorded, you want to go in and click on to shinegoglobal.com, the QR code, and you can get free access to amazing business leaders, trailblazers, having conversations with us, not to forget the various activities we have been engaging with you in person in various countries, in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Bangladesh, in India, and the list goes on. So thank you so much once again for tuning into us. And today the conversation is, as I said, going to be a very close to my heart, definitely, Denny, and thanks so much for making time to be with us today. We are talking about a very important dynamics of the world, which is people talk about sustainability, people talk about all these various growth in the economy and capital market. So we're going to talk about nature to capital market, because you have, when I first met you through Jimmy, and it was very interesting. He said my founder is a farmer. So, and he has good. So, but before that, even before being a farmer, we know you are a corporate leader who has, been working with the Singapore Stock Exchange as well as formerly from the UOB Bank. So we want to ask you a lot of, insightful questions so we can get to know the real journey that we are on and sharing together. So tell us a little bit about the inspiration you got into your journey.
Well, it all started about 12 years ago when I heard about this commodity by the name of Agarwood. I've got zero clue about what it encompassed. So I did my study, I did my research, and within a year, I was amazed with the kind of potential that this commodity will bring to the table. Because from the background, you're right, Ziza, I'm from a financial guy to a farmer, right? As good as saying the joke from a banker to a farmer. So my peers are all actually laughing at me. Why are you going through this farmer journey? So I told them it's a meaningful journey because I did one whole year of DD, right, in Laos, okay, where the plantation is located, right, and it all started with the mindset of coming from a financial perspective. How can we bring the finance world into a real agriculture prospect or opportunity? That's how it started. And to begin with, the key principle of starting this company about 10 years ago, after 2 years of due diligence, is basically I find that there is a good, meaningful journey to kickstart this embarkment on this business, right? Reason because, as mentioned to everyone, I see it as a creation of a triple win proposition to the government of Laos, knowing that they are one of the country that needs a lot of help from their ASEAN counterparts. Number two, the farmers themselves who have planted the trees as of now for more than 20 years, right? How we can help the farmers. And of course, thirdly, as a business unit, how we can take on this opportunity, make it a successful one, and how we can contribute back to the society. That's how I look at it as a triple win proposition, right? That's how it all begins. Yep.
That's a very powerful proposition, and I'm sure this inspiration really, cling on to us when we heard you from Shine Go Global. The way that you have been venturing into this, and all of us talking about conscious capitalism. This is conscious capitalism in action, and that's what is really so exciting. And when we keep talking about Laos and this commodity, why has it become one of the world's most valuable natural commodity? Because we're talking about agarwood, and we
Mm.
have the access to 28 million trees. Why do we
Yep.
talk about that?
Yes, I think importantly is I've got a crop insurer to look at the whole proposition from a very objective way. First of all, from day one, when I look at the agarwood tree, I don't know even what they are and whether they are real, right? So
Many
I
of
need
us.
validation, and I really need validation. So I got a world-renowned crop insurer from London to come into Laos to do a due diligence for 12 months, going through a lot of records, a lot of facts check with the relevant authority, the direct Ministry of Agriculture of Laos, and also going to the ground using a lot of drone, surveillance, and also to verify that they have such a population of agarwood trees in Laos. And more importantly, they are real agarwood trees and of good species, right? Whereby we can make a commercial proposition out of it. Why is it valuable? I think if you do a bit of Googling about agarwood, the history goes back to more than 2,000 years, right?
Yes.
It has a very good mix of properties from medicinal perspective. If you are looking at it, it's a very it provides a very wholesome, right, application to a lot of products that we can derive for wellness, which is, for example, complementary health product, beauty care product, skin care product, hair care product, etc., etc., right down to scent that we can create aromatherapy for post-cancer patient because that will help them to heal as agarwood has a calming effect, right? To help
Yes.
patients with anxiety, with critical illness to heal better and faster. So that is why it is one of the most valuable commodity in the world. Yeah.
It feels like you have not just become from a banker to a farmer, but also a healer.
Healer, yes, yes.
It sounds
Our,
really, go on.
yeah. Our proposition is we hope uh, to make Singapore, and of course, through the implementation from Link Capital, to make Singapore actually a center of excellence for agarwood, right? To create novel products for the wellness of humankind, right? So is to all global people who needs it, right? So we hope we can achieve this through a lot of partnership, our R&D partnerships and innovation partnership as well. Yeah.
Yes, and it's getting really exciting because over the years we have been hearing about oud. It's certain countries like the Middle East use it for very much on a very extrinsic way. There's
Yeah.
no intrinsic understanding of it sometimes, most of the time, and it's very surface level. But now, what we hear about it, and with the factory right now here in Singapore, it's really wonderful that you have taken this trailblazer leading the whole dynamics. So let's talk a little bit about. I mean, you have covered it in the context of innovation already there in place. How do you see sustainability? It's used so much as a buzzword. So how do you
Mm.
see what does sustainability really mean in practical terms with agarwood industry?
Well, I would say three key points for sustainability in the agave industry slash agriculture industry. Number one, we have put in place a nature-based solution and tech-based solution to approach this whole proposition. Just let me explain a bit. Nature-based solution meaning that every tree we harvest, we plant two new trees. Okay, so which means the populations of the agarwood in Laos, which is currently sitting at least a good 45% of the population, of the global population, it will just be doubled over time, right? So that's how we look at the nature-based solution to do the replanting. Number two, of course, the second part is a tech-based solution. We practice zero waste from the leaves of the agarwood tree that we are partnering up with our tea partners to create our agarwood tea, plus the wood waste, right? We call it a bio waste. We are converting into fantastic product using tech-based solutions, right? Working with a lot of technology partners to convert the bio waste to energy pellets, to biochar, to water purification materials, energy savings building materials. So as you can see, this whole conversion is all about circularity. We are upcycling the waste to high value products through technology, right? And this will actually indirectly help us to generate carbon credits through the tech-based solution as well. So that is point one, nature-based and tech-based solution, right? Number two, I think importantly is for us to remember about sustainability is um, the the things we can do to do the scaling up, right? So I do believe our company embarked a lot on R&D and innovations. So we are working with all the major agencies in Singapore, right? Just to name a few, the Temasek Life Sciences, A-Star,
Yeah.
NUS, NTU. So we are going into very in-depth uh, strategic R&D and innovation purpose, right? The only way that we do it is because the potential of Agarwood trade for its product and related product as of last year is 22 billion, right? But the projection is that it will grow to 63 billion, almost three times by the year 2035, right?
Yeah.
Just depending on the traditional, cultural, and religion application by the Middle East, I don't think you will be able to reach the numbers.
Mm.
So again, coming back to the Center of Excellence of Singapore, that's where we are focusing on life sciences, biomedical. We are innovating a lot of interesting products, working with all these agencies in Singapore. And I would say is a bingo partnership because they are also looking for Agarwood, partners, whereby we are the one and only. I would say I'm very proud to say that to have the feedstock number one, to also have the technology. We are the first extraction plant in Singapore, extraction company in Singapore, doing the extraction of agarwood oil in Singapore using the highest technology, right? So point two is again talking about innovation, R&D, right, to keep it sustainable. And of course, point three, in my opinion, is the most important part, is about partnership, strategic partnership, your UN SDG 17. We can't go this far on our own. We are fortunate to have many partners joining in our journey, be it from the R&D, innovations, investment, funding, to help us to propel, right, and leap forward every quarter, right? So I think this is about partnership. And to sum it up, I would say, as I always told our partners and associates, we don't just look at the economics numbers, right? We are very mindful of the social contribution, right?
Yes.
So in Laos, we always have in mind to contribute back in terms of education, in terms of healthcare. Just to give you a few examples, we have been doing student exchange program with Laos, between Singapore and Laos, every year, right? So every year, Laos will send 20 students and a team of teachers to Singapore, and we will send a team of students and teachers to Laos, right? Main topic for discussion, sustainability, right? So we are educating our youth, hoping to help them in the capacity and capability building, right? To sustain the business expansion and scaling up. Number two is, of course, healthcare. Just like last year in October, we contributed some used ENT equipment from Singapore to the hospital in the southern province of Champasak. So that is a meaningful contributions because they do not have such sophisticated equipment. We even send people to train them before we deliver the equipment to them. I think to sum it all, that is all about the whole ecosystem that we are building on sustainability. Yeah.
And is I don't think it's exhaustive because it's what we call the circular economy, and there is, of course, you're going to get that it's an infinite game because it goes on, and it's a very powerful synergy, especially when we talk about sustainability from external. It's about getting into the practical demonstration of how it
Yeah.
works and for people to see and follow. So that's exactly what is really exciting about what you're doing. You really covered quite a lot about how local communities are playing a role to contribute to this as well. So I want to also check with you because you're talking about the capital market and all of that. And what kind of investors are now attracted to this economy or this sector?
Sure. Our investors are mainly from funders or institutions who are very keen on ESG, right? Sustainability investment. So because our whole ecosystem and value chain, as you can see, due to the practice of zero waste, due to the practice of tech-based, nature-based solutions, we are going to generate carbon credits. And we have very close relationship with Laos. And soon we are going to implement pilot projects to generate carbon credits in Laos and be traded in Singapore. Because we all know that Singapore is going to be the hub for ASEAN for trading of carbon credits. And we have the credential to do it, and we have the capacity and capability to do it. So
Absolutely.
sustainability, ESG funders, impact funders as well, those people who want to create impact, because what we are doing in Laos is to elevate the quality and standards of living for not
Mm.
just this generation, for next generations, job creation, technology transfer, capacity and capability building to do really high-tech farming in Laos with our technology partners. Just imagine we teach them not just to harvest the agarwood tree, but also from the waste, how they can convert the waste to valuable products, right? Waste to X, right? So these are the things that I think will elevate the quality of the living of the people there, right? So that's how I look at it. Yeah, for your these questions. Yeah.
Yes, and also, when we talk about these investors coming in and the trends getting into it, do you see emerging in the impact investing space? We are in the impact investing space, right? So, do you see the trend emerging more in this sector for the next years to come?
Certainly, as as many countries have committed to the Paris Agreement, right? Uh, we have the target and the aim for 2030, 2035, 2040 every 5 years, all the way up to 2050. So as you can see, the next 20 over years, everybody will be focusing on the environmental issue, climate change, which is very, very prevalent nowadays. You see all the storms and all the disastrous, right?
Yeah.
All the
Climate
things
change.
that are happening. Yes, it's all due to climate change, without doubt, right? So I think it's going to be very significant. And even for all the responsible corporates, big corporates, right? Like your Google, your Facebook, all your big tech firms, right? Plus all the companies that are looking at having a chief sustainability officer sitting right in their office, you
Yeah.
will know that they want to do good and look good in their balance sheet and in their yearly report for their sustainability report. So I think this will be the focus for the next 20, 30 years at least, right? In my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be really exciting because now everybody will want to contribute to the global shift for the
Yeah.
better right now as well.
Yeah.
So, that being said, we have Aura Wood here, which is inspired by the work of Agarwood in Link Capital. And so we want to ask you what inspired you to explore partnerships of various types. You have gotten in a lot of partnership. What inspired you to partner Shine Go Global and our ecosystem?
Sure. Well, after understanding from you, Aziza, about the objective and the mandate of GoGLOBAL, we do believe by forming a partnership with GoGLOBAL, we are trying to achieve 1 plus 1 equal to 10, right? The kind of
Synergy.
effect, and not 1 plus 1 equal to 2, because I think Global has a wide network, and it can reach out to people who share and align with the same sentiments as why we want to create the range of Aura Wood product, right? To reach out to people who needs it, right? Who has a requirement for it, who believes in it, and also at the same time share the same vision with us to create novel product to help the well-being of humankind, right? So I think this is why I see there's a value by tying up with GoGLOBAL and have the partnership. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm really inspired. Maybe this is the time for me to share how inspired we are with the work of Inland Capital, together with the range of products that's coming up. And when you showcase this skincare range, it's so unique and it's not really available in the world. And to bring it out and to make an impact with it, where people don't really not only know about Agarwood as an external source for for growth. Impact, we are also looking at internal. We're looking at anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, and I have to mention this. One of your product has fullerene, which is also inspired by one of our mentors, Buckminster Fuller. It really, shocked me when I said, fullerene, where did that come from? And so it is an inspiration from one of our mentors, Buckminster Fuller, the ingredient. So it's very exciting that we could come together, because the impact is beyond us, is beyond the work that we do. And also not to forget the partnership that we are coming into, have come into, is also about community creation. So there is so much of opportunity right now through this partnership to get more people involved in this ecosystem. So you already built the first level ecosystem. Now there's a second level ecosystem coming in. Maybe you want to share with us a little bit about what's the opportunity you see for entrepreneurs coming through this project.
Sure. I think as I mentioned, I think the greatest achievement of Link Capital after 10 years in the business is about UN SDG 17 partnership. We believe through partnership, that is where everybody share the friction of the success of the journey. And I will encourage, inspired individuals or people who are keen to learn more and wanting to be part of the journey uh, to really contact Aziza, because I think we are running very fast, right? Because we have already got a lot of plan in mind. One of the most interesting plan is, of course, going through a corporate finance exercise, right? So this is a part we have some arrangement with Global for people who are aspire and keen to be part of our listing journey. So this is going to be exciting, because again, like I said, we don't wait. We are moving very fast, and we are excited about this whole journey. And we want more people to be aware of this. And we hope we can reach out to more in the community to help. And as I said, the baseline for the whole of this business started is how we can help to improve and change the life of individual, right? So I think this is still our very strong belief and alignment in terms of our partnership with Global. Yep.
Yes, and I'm inspired because when we came together earlier this year, it was about the wellness ecosystem. We were already building it, and then we say, "Hey, this is a focused building with purpose." Right? So now
Yes.
we are looking at those in the beauty wellness centers, beauticians, and if they are, inspired to grow with a lot of health-based businesses, this is the time we can come together, and there's so much of opportunity that we can grow together with. And I'm also looking at the next 3 years. I want to what is the next 3 years like for you? How do you see this impacting and growing?
Well, I mean, with the Center of Excellence set up in Singapore, we are very confident with the credential and the credibility of how we manage the source, right, to the process of final innovative products. We can really fly our Singapore flag high and proud because I think a lot of the consumers in other countries do have very deep faith and confidence in product of Singapore. So I would say for the next 3 years, definitely the outreach and people who are going to take on our products, it will increase tremendously, regardless of which region you are in, be it Europe, Middle East, APAC. We have very good positive response from all these regions. And I would say that the scaling up is going to be very quick, and we are not afraid because we almost have half of the Agarwood world population in control. And I think that is the key message to our sustainable business model as well. If you can control the source, you can control the output, the outcome of the product. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is really a very insightful. There's so much of information in today's session. We're talking about just one product, Agarwood, and a whole world of possibilities opening up in various sectors and of the value chain and the circular economy that's being created.
Yep.
There is a saying that says, "Don't give a man a fish, teach him how to fish." But you know what,
Yep.
Danny? The next level to it, which Go Global talks about, is creating new ponds to fish. And we have not only created a new ponds, I think we're creating oceans so that,
Yes.
everyone else have a role to play. They can come together and make a more solid impact as a community. And that's what is really exciting about this. You talked about 1+1 is 10, and that's synergy. That is what we talk about: conscious synergy, conscious co-creation that's happening
Yep.
right now. So I would love you to leave us. It's about half an hour we've been in conversation, and it's like so much of value you've given to us. What is the one message you can give to the audience, and how they can take this forward, especially as a business leader in today's economy, in today's world? What is the one message for them?
Well, stay focused, uh, have the tenacity, and also have the passion to really drive through your beliefs, and also to have a very objective mind and a very open mind as well for the rest of the people in the community to partake in the journey that you are driving, right? That's my only message, right? And I would say at this juncture, Aziza, I must correct something that you mentioned earlier on. At the rate that we are developing and growing, progressing, I don't think we are providing a rod for any people who is joining the journey to fish. We are literally providing them a net, right?
Yes,
To,
yes,
to, to really go into the ocean and not a pond
yes,
anymore.
yes,
So
that's right.
I think that will be the exciting thing that I want to leave it behind for anybody who watch into this live stream to think about it, right? Sometimes in life, uh, a single decision, right, to really participate in something will really be a life-changing
Yes.
decision. Yeah.
Absolutely. Link Capital and the Go Global Partnership and everyone else in the part of it. We are in the ocean with you, and it's definitely a blue ocean. We love that the synergy is taking on a new life, staying focused on the track. So thank you so much for your valuable time, Denny, and thanks everybody for tuning in. You know that in the Business Synergy movement, we are meeting live. We met live in Sabah in June, and again we'll be meeting up in September. And we're so glad that Aura Wood is one of the projects that we are proposing and reaching out to the wellness and beauty economy and beauty businesses across the region, definitely from Singapore, Malaysia, and Asia, and the Middle East. We look forward to catching up with you. Contact us and also register for the free access to our continuous conversations. Thank you once again for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you, Jenny. Look forward
Thank
to
you,
catching
Dr.
up.
Aziza. Thank you, Dr. Aziza. Thank you for everyone who spent time to tune in. I hope I've shared something meaningful and something great for you to take away for this session. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you and have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.